we're back and we got something special. Now I know there is a YouTube channel out there that makes a habit of getting like rare beers and cool beers and super awesome vintage beers and you know, special stuff, and it's basically chugging it on camera. I'm not going to quite do that, but I guess it's sort of akin to it, depending on what your disposition is on vintage ales and how long you should sit on them and all that. Picked this up at the NSLC the other day for 10 bucks. Fuller's 2015 vintage ale, bottle conditioned, limited edition, 8.5% alcohol by volume. Of course, Fuller's does their vintage ales every year now for the last, I think, what is it, 14 years, I think? No, 18. Yeah, they come with a little guide in here that tells you what was in all the other ones, so if you're collecting, you've got a handy reference. So yeah, following guide to the 18 previous vintage ales, together with the 2015 edition for this classic range. I did not see the 2015's stuff listed here, but they do right on the box, so there you go. So yeah, 2015, celebrate the British brewing industry and the fact that 2015 is the 50th anniversary of the famous British malt variety Maris Otter. We've brewed our 19th vintage ale with solely British ingredients. Floor malted Maris Otter combined with Target, North Down, Challenger, and Goldings hops to create a well-rounded blah blah blah. Individual release, or individually packaged and numbered bottles. Limited release. Best before date of 2025. So you can sit on it for about 10 years before they consider it no longer good. Who knows? You might be able to sit on it longer than that. They say this exceptional ale will improve for many years to come, like fine wine or whiskey. Whiskey does not improve with age. I'm sorry to say, it does not. Well, if you still got it in the barrel, it does. But once it's in the bottle, it's a finished product, and it no longer changes. At least not like beer does, or wine. Bottle conditioned beer will form natural sediment. So there you go. Yeah. Very cool. I'm probably gonna go back to the NSLC tomorrow. If there's any more bottles left, I might pick up a couple and actually sit on them for a while. But now that I'm sort of in semi-retirement from beer tube, I don't give a fuck anymore. Really about aging and all that stuff, at least not for the enjoyment of the viewers all that much. Sorry to say, but you know. This is number 82,364 of the bottles. I don't know how many they released, but that's this one. And I like the bottle. I gotta say, that's a pretty nice looking bottle. Different bottle than what they usually had. Like at least this is the first time I've seen them use this bottle, so that I can recall. Very, very sleek and attractive. It's I think it's a 500 milliliter. Yeah. So we're gonna pour it, and we'll come back and see what we think of the fresh version of Fuller's 2015 Vintage Ale. Okay, we're back. Fuller's Vintage Ale 2015. So let's take a look at this sucker. Like I said, 8.5% alcohol by volume. And we'll just get it right up here. The dog out. She warmed up. It was a little frosty the last couple days, but she warmed up. I think it's going to be like 11 sometime this week or weekend, somewhere around there. So, haven't quite hit winter yet. So everything's defrosting, and we got a nice mud pit, which the dog enjoys. Me, not so much. So there we go. We got a little bit of head going on there, kind of tannish, slightly tannish in color. And you know, it's orangey amber color. A little bit of bubbles coming up. Looks fairly clear. Here we go. Right to the aroma. Alright. So because they made a point of making this purely British ingredients this time around, So much more traditional style British beer than perhaps some of their previous vintages. This smells very much what you would probably expect it to smell like. A very nice British bitter. Very, very nice British bitter is what it smells like. You got that typical sort of British malt character coming up, sort of caramelly, toffee kind of thing going on. You got the earthy hops in the background. And man, no alcohol at all. 8.5%, you can't smell it. No. It smells like Fuller's, honestly. It doesn't smell like some amazing barley wine or anything like that. I imagine if you sit on it for a while, it'll probably improve the aroma, definitely. But as it stands, it smells like a really fucking solid British bitter, is what it smells like. Very unassuming. You wouldn't think it's 8.5%, that's for sure. You would think this is maybe a slightly different version of Fuller's London Pride. That's what it seems like. So, yeah, we're going to go right to the taste. Cheers. Hey, you. The dog's barking at a poor little kid. Now the kid's running down the street. She's so vicious when she's on a leash and she's protecting the yard. Okay, you know what? The smell pretty much transitions right over to the taste. It's what I said it was. It tastes like a British bitter. Straight up. Bit more heavier in the mouthfeel, definitely. Probably upper medium body. And you do get a little bit of the alcohol in the back. This is slightly astringent, mixed with the earthy hops, but still, it's nothing that goes, nothing that, you know, screams like malt liquor or some shit like that, right? Very, very smooth, very easy to drink. I guess I'm gonna have to try to hunt down another bottle just to see, another bottle or two, just to see how this ages, because it doesn't seem like it's gonna change all that dramatically to where you're getting amazing flavors, but who the fuck knows, right? I guess I'm gonna have to see if I can grab a couple more bottles, but as it stands, really solid. It just tastes like a slightly beefed up version of London Pride, pretty much, is what it sort of tastes like to me anyway. But I'm enjoying the fuck out of it, I tell you. This is the kind of stuff I gravitate towards too, more than anything else, deep down. Kind of traditional British ales, and if you're looking for that, Fuller's Vintage Ale 2015 definitely brings that. So yeah, it's worth trying, especially if you're not really interested in sitting on it. You just want to pick it up and give it a grab. I don't know if the price tag is worth it necessarily. I think you're paying a bit for the packaging here. Honestly, like I said, just slightly beefed up version of like London Pride, so why would I want to pay $10 for that? I don't know. I guess I'm going to have to pay another $10 or something, shell out and sit on it for a few years and see if it's worth it or not. But yeah, I might do that, I might not, whatever. But yeah, I'm going to go, you know, solid 4 out of 5. There's nothing super amazing, mind-blowing about it, but it's pretty high-class British bitter all the same. So, pretty good stuff. Fuller's Vintage Ale 2015, 4 out of 5. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you again sometime on the tubes.